Okay, so let's just dive right in. Picture this. You're in your MBBS long case exam. The pressure is on, and the examiner turns to you and asks for the complete management plan for a patient with OCD. Your mind just starts racing, right? How in the world do you structure all of that information on the spot? Well, that's exactly what we're going to solve today.
I mean, it's the classic challenge, isn't it? You know all the little pieces of information. You know about SSRIs, you know about CBT, risk assessments, but actually presenting them in a way that's coherent, comprehensive, and frankly, impressive, that is a completely different ballgame. You need a system that works under pressure.
And here it is. The answer is the 9-sector grid. Seriously, this isn't just about memorizing. It's about building a mental framework that lets you recall and structure information logically, even when your nerves are totally shot. Think of it as your secret weapon for the exam.
So let's build this framework together. I want you to think of it like an empty bookshelf. Once you get the structure of the shelf, filling it with the right information becomes almost second nature.
Now, this probably looks familiar. It looks like a page straight out of your textbook or your notes, right? Just a dense, packed table of information. And it's all correct, for sure. But trying to memorize this whole thing as one giant block, that's a recipe for disaster in an exam. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed just looking at it. But look what happens when we strip away all those details. This is the 9-sector grid, you see? Underneath all of that complexity is a beautifully simple and logical pattern. And that's it. That is the entire system. Just 3 domains of care: biological, psychological, and social. And you look at them across 3 phases of treatment: acute, intermediate, and long-term. Once you've got this 3x3 grid burned into your brain, you're honestly halfway there. Okay, so let's start populating our grid. We're going to begin with the acute phase. This is everything you need to do right when the patient is first admitted or when they're at their most unwell. Let's see what that looks like. And there it is. This is the first column of our grid, completely filled out. This slide is basically your checklist for day 1. It covers the immediate medical stuff, the initial psychological support, and all the crucial social and environmental setup. Let's break down that bio sector. First things first, and this is non-negotiable: risk assessment. Is the patient a risk to themselves or anyone else? Then we get the medication started. And here's a key detail for your exam. For OCD, we start SSRIs at a higher dose than we do for depression. That's a point that will definitely impress. We might use a short-term benzo to manage that initial high-level anxiety, and we always screen for other things like comorbid depression. All right, now for the psycho box. Right from the get-go, we have to get the family involved. They need to understand what's going on. We'll start some initial counseling and introduce the basic ideas of cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. Supportive psychotherapy is also absolutely vital here to build that rapport and help with any immediate problems. And finally, social. You're not just treating a patient in a bubble. You're managing their entire environment. So that means getting a collateral history from family or friends to get the whole picture. It also means practical steps, like arranging for medical leave from their job and giving really clear, specific instructions to the nursing staff for monitoring. Great. So we've managed the initial crisis. Now what's next? How does the plan evolve? Let's move on to the next 2 phases of care. This is all about stabilization, recovery, and making sure it lasts. So here we are in the intermediate phase, the second column of our grid. The patient is a bit more stable now, so our focus starts to shift. Biologically, we're really fine-tuning the medication. Psychologically, we're diving deep into the core therapy for OCD. And socially, we're starting to plan for their life outside the hospital walls.
So what are the crucial things happening here? Well, biologically, we're tapering off those short-term benzos. And if the SSRI isn't quite cutting it, we consider second-line options like clemipramine, or maybe augmenting the SSRI. Psychologically, this is where the real magic happens with exposure and response prevention, or ERP. That's the gold standard therapy. And socially, we get an occupational therapist to assess their functional ability, and we start planning for their transition back home.
And here is our final column, long-term management. This whole section is about maintaining the progress we've made, preventing any relapse, and really helping the patient reintegrate fully into their life and their community.
So let's just quickly summarize that long-term plan. Biologically, the medication is going to continue for a pretty long time, often 1 to 2 years before we even think about a very slow taper. And we have to give clear warnings about the risk of relapse. Psychologically, we're reinforcing those ERP skills so they become lifelong tools. And socially, we provide that ongoing support through community nurses, rehab programs, and practical help with things like getting a job.
Okay, so we filled the entire grid.
You understand the content. But how do you actually use this in the exam? Let's talk technique. This is how you turn all this knowledge into marks on the page. It's a really simple 3-step process. When that question comes, the first thing you do is just take a breath and picture that empty 3x3 grid in your mind. Second, you label the axes in your head: biopsychosocial down the side, acute, intermediate, long-term across the top. And third, you just start talking, and you populate each of those 9 boxes with the key interventions, moving systematically from one to the next. And this is the real difference maker, you know? You won't be stumbling or just randomly listing off facts. You'll be presenting a logical, structured, and honestly, a deeply impressive management plan. You're going to sound confident and totally in control because you have a system. You're basically walking the examiner through your thought process, step by step. So let's wrap this all up. What is the single biggest thing I want you to take away from this? It's really about shifting your whole approach. This 9-sector grid isn't just some little memory trick for one condition. It is a powerful and reliable framework for thinking about psychiatric management in general. You've just moved from simple rote memorization to a true, structured understanding. You've achieved mastery. So the next time you're faced with that long case, you'll have this tool in your back pocket. You won't just know the answer, you'll know exactly how to present it. You're not just prepared, you're confident. Good luck.